Hello everyone, today the theme I'm sharing with you is unlock the potential of solar PV systems, discover advantages of title new modules. Briefly, I divided the PV system design into three main sections. In the first part, I will introduce the calculation of string design. According to IEC requirements, the string design needs to meet the following two conditions. Condition 1, the open circuit voltage of modules connected in series should be lower than the maximum input voltage of the inverter. Condition 2, the operating voltage of modules connected in series should be within the MPPT voltage range of the inverter. Two conditions need to be met simultaneously, so the formula under can be obtained. In general, it mainly depends on the PV modules, inverters, and environment temperatures. Now, I will show an example. In this project case, 570 watt N-type modules and 1500 volt inverters are selected for calculation. Firstly, I find the required data from the datasheet and consider that the extreme temperature in Shanghai are -12 Celsius degree at the lowest and 65 Celsius degree at the highest. Then substituting the data in the formula. The numbers of PV modules in series should be in the range from 23 to 26. Normally, we hope that the more modules in series, the better. So in this case, 26 modules are connected in series to be a string. Then, for a quick look at the layout design. Mounting and layout of a PV array can be divided into two types. Landscape mounting means that the short side of the module is parallel to the ground. Otherwise, portrait mounting means the long side is parallel to the ground. Dual portrait row mounting is generally used in centralized PV power station because it's better compression, resistance, lower bracket, and installation costs. After we have determined the string design and the array layout, we need to move on part 2-2, tilt angle and spacing. The tilt angle is defined as the angle between the module and the horizontal plane, and obviously the power output reaches the maximum when the module faces directly to the sunlight. PVsyst is commonly used to calculate and determine the optimal tilt angle. After input latitude, based on monthly radiation distribution, PVsyst finds the point at the maximum irradiation and the least power loss. The corresponding tilt angle is at optimal. The choice of tilt angle affects the land space, thereby affecting the land range. So, according to installation conditions, it's necessary to consider environment factors such as wind load, rain, and snow throughout the year. Then we talk about row spacing. According to Chinese standard GB 50797, the array cannot be shaded from 9 o'clock to 15 o'clock. So the minimum row pitch can be calculated by the following formula. Increasing the spacing can further reduce the shading between rows and thereby generate more electricity. But the trade-off is an increase in land area, cables, and construction costs. To balance the tilt angle and spacing, PVsyst can perform advanced simulate with combined two conditions. For the string of 26 modules connected in series, as mentioned before, through iterative calculation, when the tilt angle is 18 degrees and the row pitch is 8 meters, the output power generation reaches the maximum. When we finish the optimization of tilt angle and spacing, DC to AC ratio is another important design part. The DC to AC ratio is defined as the ratio between the array standard test condition power and the inverter AC power. PV modules do not consistently perform at their nominal output rating. The module output power is affected by the weather, the sun pollution, the local site conditions, and area orientation. In addition, module output power might decrease due to aging, soiling, and shade. So typically, the actual DC power transmitted to the inverter is smaller than the nominal power of a PV array. That's why we need optimized DC to AC ratio. The ratio can be divided into two conditions. The first condition is composition oversizing, and another type is active oversizing. As shown in the first chart, the gray area is the power generation, and the yellow area is the system loss caused by previously mentioned factors. So the first picture, under no oversizing condition, the inverter is underloading for a long time, and for the middle picture, under composition oversizing condition. Based on the principle that the underload should be avoided, the DC to AC ratio is assumed as 1.1. The actual output maximum power can reach the nominal power of the inverter. And the last picture, under active oversizing condition, based on the principle of increasing the operating time of inverter at full load, the DC to AC ratio should be oversized more than 1.1. Clipping, or I mean power limiting, happens when there is more DC power being transmitted into the inverter than it is rated for. Due to the occurrence of clipping, the system will lose some power generation. However, considering the comprehensive investment and output, levelized cost of energy will be optimized and reach the lowest level. In the end, using Tiger Neo PV modules in the system can bring many advantages and help our client optimize their project. We can compare the difference between using 545 watt P-type modules and 570 watt N-type module in a project. For the condition of the same capacity, it can be clear that compared with the P-type string of 26 modules, the N-type string of 25 modules can achieve the same capacity, considering that the size of a 72-cell solar module is about 2.6 square meters. For a 500 kilowatt project, adopting N-type rather than P-type can save about 104 square meters of land area. For the condition of the same land area, adopting N-type can increase capacity by about 23 kilowatts, combining with the advantage of N-type, for example, low degradation, excellent bifacial performance, low temperature coefficient, and better low light performance. It can bring more power generation and profit to our clients. Certainly, in an actual project, we also need to comprehensively consider site location, module delete, low pitch, module themselves, fixed cost, which means the costs that do not vary with the size, and marginal cost, the ones that scale with the module quantity, including the module themselves, the wires, transformers, and brackets. Then, these allow us to calculate the system cost and the revenue. And as a result, we can help our client bring more profit. And thank you guys, and send me an email if you have further questions.